Hello and welcome. Today we're checking out Field of Glory Empires and the new Persia DLC. This is developed by Agiod and published by Slytherin. It is out today. And if you don't remember or don't know what Field of Glory Empires is, well, I did a video on it about a year ago when it first came out. And essentially what it is, it's a turn-based grand strategy game set in the ancient era. Ancient classic era. Where in the original game, the base game, you can play, it's like 330 BC, I think is where you begin. Yeah, there's a couple different campaigns in here. And it sort of centers around Europe and a bit of Asia. And you choose just any of the great powers, not necessarily great powers, anybody from that time period. Very paradox-style game-like, where we will choose one of the powers and form it and try to create some sort of power out of it. Now, this is an incredibly complex game, and there's certainly a lot more to it than just, painting Europe our color. There's really a lot going on here. But what we're going to try out today is the new DLC, which is Persia, set in 550 BCE, the story of the rise to power of the Persian Empire. Now, again, we don't have to play as Persia in this. We can play anybody and just try to fend off the oncoming storm of Persia, or we can try to be Persia and storm away. But let's jump in here and try the thing out and see what it's all about. I'll have links, of course, below to the old Steam page. But this should show off a few things here and at least try to give you an idea what the game is about. Now, again, it's incredibly complex. I know bits of it. I've played around for a while, trying to get my head around it. But one thing about this one that I think separates it from like a Paradox, like an EU4 kind of game. First off, it's turn-based. And there's also a lot more. I feel like I haven't played a lot of EU4 and all those kind of games, but they're very conquer the world, win the game. This one's not necessarily that way, and we'll explain that. So here we are. We can be Persia. We can be anyone on this list over here. There's a lot of folks that we can play as. We can play as anybody. They each have a certain amount of regions in it. There's a big part of this game which is trade, which we'll see here in a minute. There's Egypt. You can even see the pyramids are there. The Sphinx. All of that stuff is there. Which plays a big part of this as well. We got Lydia. We've got... this is a time period whenever Sparta and Athens are very powerful right now. You can see who... well, I mean, there's a massive story. Everybody you choose, there's a giant story about who they are and what they're doing and what their goals are for the game. We can even play it in Hibernia, Brittany. All of this stuff we can play as just a bunch of folks with kilts running around the countryside. But I think, I mean, it's the Persia campaign. So I think we gotta choose Persia. And you see it goes all the way over here, all the way east. But we're gonna go as Persia. So we have 3 regions here so far. Now the way this is gonna play out is we're going to just explode. That's the way this thing works. We can see all about who we are, and what happened to Cyrus, and I'm the son and running this thing. And we can see it here at the bottom, though. I think it is. Nope, maybe it'll tell us when we get into this. When we start out, though, Cyrus II is our ruler, and we're at war with Medea. Right here. Medea. Did I say Medea? Medea is the name of the place. All right, so let's get in there. Each faction has different difficulty levels and different interest levels, like are you going to be doing something exciting, while you play the game? So here's our thing, our gameplay. There will be only war for a long time. 3 of your neighbors, Medea, Elam, and Babylon, should be disposed of as quickly as possible, as they will band against you otherwise. You have special mechanisms that can give you one of the regions per turn, as long as they are not glorious. And Medea is in an even worse situation. Losing the capital might mean their entire empire falls into your hands. So, essentially, take out those 3, Babylon, Persia, that area. Well, we are Persia. And then step into the Hellenistic world. And we got to conquer Greece, Athens, Sparta, all that stuff. Maybe Egypt for the riches of Egypt, and of course then the world. So we're a very militaristic game from here. Now, a quick rundown. If we were to say play as Egypt, then you don't necessarily have to go and conquer the world with them, because the way the game plays out, the way the scores are played out, is it's sort of a it's not necessarily just conquering folks. You get points based on culture and owning those wonders of the world that they have gives you points as well. And so there's all kinds of different things in here. As you can see here with Persia, we've got Cyrus II. That's my leader. He's a conqueror. He's an architect. He gives him different points. He's a reformer. He's also a superior administrator. He's a good guy. We have a legacy system here. Legacy points are the game-winning system. Egypt right now is in first with 7,500 points. And this is how we will be judged at the end of the game. So I guess the way it works, actually, I guess you could actually lose the game but still get points and still win. I don't know how that works. But yeah, so you don't have to just conquer the world. You can win multiple ways, basically. We get points based on government, wonders, objectives, and culture. This is how we get points. And getting points gives us wins. There's also a big part of this game which is about decadence. So instead of just conquering the world and just, singing and laughing, there's going to be decadence happening there, and people are going to get mad. If we conquer too fast, conquer multiple cultures, multiple regions, then people are going to revolt, and we'll lose decadence, or we'll gain decadence, and which is like anti-culture, which will hurt us. So anyway, let's play the game. So we got 3 regions here. We've got Passagarde, we've got Salmia, and we have Persis. So each of these places, which is sort of like old-timey Civ or Master of Orion or whatever, you can see they've got food, they've got infrastructure buildings and military. We also have money-making buildings over here, and one guy's working those, making me some money. We've got one guy here working the culture places, the King's Palace, the Fortune Teller, and the Satrape Palace. I'm not sure I say that, which is giving me culture every turn, which is giving me those points. Food, of course, is giving me population. We've got infrastructure here, which is helping me build things, and we've got money making me money. Now, as Persia, our big goal is to go and conquer the world. But before we go build ourselves an army, trade is a massive part of this game. So we can go take a look at here we'll look at Passagarde. It's each of our buildings that we have are wanting certain things. So right now we are producing fish because we have a fishery here. We got a harbor. So these are all making us some fish. We also have apparently flax that is here somewhere we're making a flax field. And we also have a stud, which is making us some horses. And looks like we are importing hemp. So hemp is coming in from, looks like over here, from Elam over that way. We are buying hemp from them, and we are, looks like over this way, these guys are distributing. Is that who it was? I'm sure it was. You can see the lines here. They're distributing amongst each other. So trade is a massive part of this game, and also a good way of winning if you don't want to go conquer the world. There's a button here or there, which we can see where the trade goods are out there in the world. So let's say here in Persis, the big place, if we are needing something like, we're importing flax from here. So we're making $4 from flax trade. We're buying it for $2 here in Persis. So we're making some cash. We are missing copper and leather. We're getting it. We're needing it for some of our buildings here. I'm not sure which ones. Probably the, I should say it here actually. The forge is needing copper. And so in order to get copper, we are buying it from Iberia, which is a long way away. So we're paying a lot of money for it. And then leather from we don't know where that was coming from. But we're getting it from other folks. And it would behoove us to go and find our own copper, for instance, if there is any copper in the world. I don't see any copper in the world, so maybe not. But that's a big part of the game, and also being able to find a lot of lead out here, finding like coastal cities and getting trade going that kind of way. But let's play Persia the way we play Persia. We got an army here. We have this is run by Cyrus the Second, who is quite a guy. He's got a 2 attack, 1 defense. He also has a movement bonus for being determined kind of guy. We've got some immortals, some armored cavalry, some more cavalry, some infantry, and some skirmishers that are in my force here. Combat power of 142. So we move these guys where we want to go. Now, we own these 3 here. And our first objective is to go get Medea. There's the capital right there. There's also, what is that over there? Just a garrison of some kind? I think that's, whoops, that's something important, I think. What is that? Is that a, I don't know what that is. That's a capital. I'm not sure what that is. That's something, some sort of wonder of the world or something, I think. Anyway, so let's go march to Medea. We are at war with them already, and we have an objective here, which is right in here, which is telling me capture Medea. Okay, I got it. We can do that. No problem. This gets us points. We're all about capturing things. Now we can have multiple ways to go in there. We can march up this way. We can actually run this way. In one turn, we can go all the way up north there. Or we can make our way this way and head up. We can look and see what's in these places, if they're worth taking or not. They're both kind of tiny. There's 2 people here versus 1. There is Iranian citizens. We also have some slaves, I think. Yeah. We got some slaves around here, too, that are working some places. You know, as you do. I'm going to move this army up here to meet up with this guy. And I'm going to move you guys up. Let's just go stomp straight up there. Let's get there and just do it. So there we go. We're marching down. In one turn, we'll be there. We can continue on turn number 2 to go to besiege that place, which we're going to do. So we'll go ahead and mark that in there and go that way. While we're here, we got to go be Persia and make ourselves an army. So we've got a 79 equipment coming in. We have some metals. We have manpower. We have money. Each of these things cost things. We got some infantry here, which cost me 15. What's the word? Equipment. That's the word. And you can see what they cost. All that stuff. Which we have plenty of things. So I'm going to order some of these guys. We can have them next turn. We can have 3 of those guys in there. Let's get some. Let's get some cavalry in here as well. I can get 1 cavalry. And can I get an archer in? I can't get an archer in here, but we can get him next turn. We can get an archer in. So we'll do that. We're out of equipment here. Now, if we wanted to upgrade our equipment and have more of that, we can certainly do that because we can go over here to our town, and while we go build things, well, not there, but over here, we can go build things and make new stuff. These are sort of randomized what you can get each turn. If you can spend a turn to shuffle it up if you want. We can make a hemp field, which we've already got hemp coming from. Oh, you know, it's coming from Elam. Why don't I just do it myself? I'll do it here. We could. You can see this one gives me food and health. Health is a loyalty and all kinds of things. I think with health. A quarry will produce stone, which we already have stone from Salmia. Stables will give us unlocks cavalry for one thing. It also gives us 5 equipment per turn and and 2 infrastructure. Trading posts will give us some cash. This will be better if we have furs, amber, drugs, and herbs around. A house will give us culture, and then we can randomize it. I think I'm going to go with the old. I think I'm going to go with the hemp field. Get the bonus of some money if we had tar around. We don't have any of that, but it would save us $4. I mean, $4 is $4. So we'll work on that. I'm actually going to go ahead and move this guy up here to work on the fields to get some growth in 6 turns rather than 7, just because I want this place to grow. And then over here, this little guy, little Salmia over here, which has the shepherd house. I would like you to build. We can build a ranch, produces cattle, which we're getting from. You know, we're getting here from Elam, I think. We're going to take that place anyway. Whoops, not that one. We can do clean water, gives us health. Get a brickwork. We have the stuff for it. Mercenary Recruitment Center allows us to recruit hoplites. I like the sound of that. It's expensive. I don't have the infrastructure for that. We're doing it. It's going to cost me a lot of, several turns, 3 turns. No big deal. But we'll get that made. Then we can start making some of those hoplites, which were in here. Hoplites and nomad cavalry. So bring those guys in. Sure, these guys are pretty good. They're very strong. Attack at 6. Move it to 4. Yeah, that works. Build boats also if we want to go and maybe storm into, Arabia here. But he's going to go north. These guys are going to meet up here in this spot. And I think we'll build a second army maybe and go march west. So I think we're going to go ahead and pass a turn. We'll see how a turn goes. There's all kinds of things you can see all this stuff, all the UI things around here. This isn't going to be a tutorial. If it was a tutorial, I would take me 3 episodes just to get through a tutorial. There's the supplies. I do want to show. That's all good, right? Yeah. Where is it? It's political. Yeah, political. So having these regions is a boot. Basically, these guys sort of work as one unit rather than little individual regions. Plus, there's less likely to revolt. There's less decadence by conquering these spots. So if we went for Elam, we want all 3 of these, not just the 2. Actually, is that all Babylon? It is. It is all Charens, or whatever it is. It's all that. So this is all one. Is it really? Maybe. I think maybe there's a separator there. There's a river there. The old Tigris, Euphrates. I don't know which one's which, but one of those. All right. Anyway, let's pass the turn. Finally, and we'll see what's happening in the world here. There's our guys marching north. Now every region does have a defending unit. So I'll show how this works. We can watch it if we want to. You can actually take this into Field of Glory, Field of Empires. What's the game? Field of Glory 2 is the game. And if you own that game, you can actually import this battle into that, and it plays it almost like a Total War style thing. As it is right now, we just sort of there's a turn-based thing. We we slaughter those guys. There's dice rolls involved here, plus our general's strength is involved in that, and we just sort of destroyed those guys because there's only one of them there. It's like a militia. But we've stormed in, taken that one. We can do it again. There's one unit there, so we'll just skip that one, though. And then next turn we'll march into, we'll besiege the castle there. See if we can take Medea. But yeah, you can actually move this thing into Field of Glory Empires, or Field of Glory 2, and control it. I think you can control it, watch it. I never messed with it, but it's interesting anyway. For too long we have been forced to pay homage to the kings of Medea. That's right, but no more. Soon will come the time of reckoning. Our counselor will warn you as soon as the king has decided what will be the best course of actions for Persia. Too late, king, I'm already on it. In addition to the counselor notification, there will be an entry in the reports tab. Got it. Okay, so over here he's going to say something about, conquer them and all that. We can see our traits. I got something with Elam here. You got another objective to go take Elam? Yeah, I'll do it. No problem. Yeah, we're fine. The way we are a stable monarchy right now, as long as we keep our culture and our what's it called? Our progress basically going up and not decadence, we will go up to a glorious nation monarchy, which gives us bonuses. Or if we do bad, we start falling apart. We go down to an old age monarchy, which is bad. And then he goes all the way up into more things, empires and all kinds of stuff. There's our decadence and our progress, and there's our legacy points. Okay, so that is where he went this turn. We can see his army looks like it is combat power 27. So it looks like we're storming in there, and no problem. So let's go and back over here. We've taken those, but they are sort of, they're switching sides or whatever, The war's going on. There's one. We took that one. We've got, we have a new general available. Too long. Yeah. There's that one. So a new general is available here. We can actually put one on this army if we wanted to. These guys, I'm going to march you guys up here to join up with them. Go ahead and get out of there. Well, it doesn't matter, I guess. We can meet up at somewhere else. Oh, we'll go meet up here. Head up there, and we'll join forces. Actually, looks like Charudis is already already leading this army, and he's actually pretty good. 22 years old, you got attack bonus, a defense bonus. That +1 means a +1 of those die rolls. Active only in open terrain, so he's good at fighting in the open. But a 2 defense. If we want to switch him out, we could click this and put someone else in there. I think Cyrus is already attached. Is this Old Man Cyrus? Who is that? We got a few folks we can add in here also. But, what else we got over here? New objective for the might of Persia. Oh, yeah, you want me to take that one now, do you? Take Susa? Well, I don't mind if I do. Armies march. Yeah. Took that one out, and we took that one out. Okay, so we're going to go there next turn, and we'll storm into there. We're going to go build more units in here. It's going to be a while before, actually, like 3 turns until these guys show up. So let me get a bunch of, let's make a bunch of archers. I got all the equipment coming in still this turn. We have only so much metal. We're not using that much. And manpower, of course, we have a certain amount of that. Now, it's certainly different. I did a bit of a test game, and I started out as Brittany. And, well, it wasn't easy. I started out with basically nothing. My towns were tiny. They were even smaller than this. I think I had 2 or 3 people in one. Yeah, it was super tiny. I couldn't really do much. But that's part of the game. I mean, if you want to try to build up an empire like that and fight off, because Persia, I'm assuming as the AI plays it, is going to just storm over all this stuff pretty quickly. So it'd be interesting to play someone like, even play something like Medea and try to stop them, or try something like maybe Egypt and play as a, you're going to defend from the force of Persia coming in soon. Because they're going to be wanting you, because they've got all these wonders here. I don't know if I see that in here. But these wonders are producing, there they are, pyramids and the Sphinx right there, are producing big perks for, here we go. There's a legacy increase just for having them. There's a big culture benefit for having them around. It's tier 3 culture building. The Sphinx is also in there. So this is all, big points if we were to take that. So looking pretty tasty if you weren't Egypt. All right, so we've got that going. I'll make sure I've shown everything off here. And I know I haven't, because there's so much going on behind the scenes here. But let's see here. My armies we've got. I don't want you. Yeah, you're going up there. Let's see. Cities are all there. Merchant Recruitment Center is being built. And Persis, what you doing? You can't build things because you are under your maximum number of buildings here. But you're looking all right. You got all kinds of things. We're growing in 7 turns. 13 infrastructure per turn. I'm going to move this citizen up here. Try to get ourselves growing quick. We got a little bit of money coming in. A lot of equipment. If I were to move you to here, does that... No. That's just with the buildings. That's just infrastructure you're affecting there. But, I think everything's okay there. We're size 3. We've got... People seem pretty happy around here. Let's go ahead and pass the time because I want to see if we can take this place before this, in this episode here. We gotta go out on a high note, you know? Now, we could stomp into Uxia here, which it would grow us a bit, I guess. We are in first place now in our culture and decadence ranking. We're +4. We're a stable monarchy, which is good. We're in 16th place in our legacy ranking, which is basically the same as everyone else, but Egypt. It's way up there. Medea, that's got to be a wonder that they've got over there. I'm not sure what that is. Go check that out. Conquer Medea. Kings of Kings decided that the region of Medea must be our own, as it is home to Median nobility and is their usual center of power. Ultimately, we can all accept them paying homage to us. Choose which approach and complete it within 30 turns. So do we want to go kill them or make them pay homage to us? Well, we know what we're doing. So siege should be quick. There's a bunch of us there. We can go just break through their walls. We can tell them to go ahead and storm in there right now if we want to, assault them. But I think we're going to just hang out here. They got 2 armies, looks like, outside, but they're pretty tiny. So we'll just sit there and conquer that place. New regional decision. Okay, I haven't messed with these yet. So these are the regional decisions that pop up from time to time. They want me to build a harbor, for instance. So we can come over here and build a harbor. We could say, you know what? We must have a harbor between right here. We could do it. Sure. We played building a harbor in there. In Pastagradi, I'm going to build a harbor there. We can federate some barbarians. If that was a thing, there's certain things you have to meet before you can do them. Forge the land. Restore 1 effectiveness to troops having none left. I guess if we had a big army there, like if we were up, we could do it here if we needed to. I don't think we will. Foreign national capital only. Ethnicity must be Hellenic. Obviously, it can only be over that way where the Hellenic are. Prospect for resources. Region has some untapped potential resources. It sure probably does. So let's go look. Let's go to old Persis. Or, Salmia. So we'll check first. These are basically like little side cards that you can play, essentially. And Cyrus II feels that Babylonia... You want to go to Babylon now, too? Okay. I will not argue with that. Okay, and I believe we're all making some things. Ledger here. Let's see. We've got a... we took these 2 places. We got Tabi. They are making a smokehouse at the moment. Did I tell you to make a smokehouse? I didn't, but that's fine. And we've got Ragai, which is a new one we took. There's 1 guy here. It's a tiny little place. They are Iranian, so that's good for us. Iranian. But I think the first important thing is to just focus on ranches, food. Build a palisade, market. I think we're just going to go with the ranch. 60 turns. It's never going to get made. But we're going to focus on that just to help food once it finally gets getting built. Yeah, those are 2 unique things that are in that town. Anything else over here we need to look at? There's numbers and more numbers. When's that going to be made? 2 turns. Okay. Okay. Here's our armies that we've got. All of our leaders, 2 of them are actually out there. We do have Cyrus, who is a good navigator. Oh, so we get ourselves a boat. I guess that's where Cyrus is going. The battles we took, there's our culture, our legacy, the different factions of the game, and our history, which we are, culture. Very good. And that's our decadence. All right, so I think it said 2 turns for this. Let's do 1 more. Let's see what happens here. We are pillaging them. That'll show them. Which says besiege +2. Okay. So they have a power of like what, 40 or something like that. I think we just storm in there. No need to, mess with them any more than that. So we've got what? While besieging the place, Persia did not manage to inflict casualties on the defenders. And then I have been weakened by lack of supplies. So you know what? We're just gonna go in there, just assault the place. Wrong one. That one. Yeah, assault that castle, and let's get in there and take it. What's going on over here? Some folks raided the place, but we soundly defeated them. There is a minor militia hanging out there. We have a forced march. Okay, we can do that if we want to. Let's see. The reign of Syria. Second, Assyria has been declared a new objective. Oh, over there. Okay, you want that one now? I'll do it. And then more raids over this way. Let's see. We got a bit of an army here. We can go ahead and merge these guys together. And so we've got old Charles. We'll call him Charles. Power of 61. So we could do a little bit of, what's the thing? Several signs tell us the next few months will be particularly harsh for men and crops. Okay, well, what's this thing all about? Is that beginnings of a harbor? I'm going to march into here with these guys. Let's take that place. And let's build up just a few new folks. I say a few new. Maybe not all archers. Maybe we do some cavalry. How about a cavalry? Not the nomads. We can get... Yeah. And some light? Nope, not quite. There you go. That'll work. Stick him in there. Okay. We'll have maybe another unit coming in. Okay, so that's looking alright. I think you guys are okay over here. Oh, you done building your thing? Okay. Well then. Salt mine would be nice. We get some from Elam or... Oh, Salmia already has it. Salmia is already bringing us salt. This is a quarry. We don't need that. This is that thing the other guy's working on already. A furnace. Needs iron. So we'd have to get some iron, but we can get iron from Persis, so that's fine. Just gives us money, costs us a little infrastructure, gives us some metal. That seems like a thing we want. Go and do that. Get that cranking out. We are losing money every turn, so I'm actually going to move one of you to make me some money here. Now, slaves are not very good. Slaves are good at infrastructure and food, but they're not good at money and culture things, so we will not move them down there. Okay, so we should invade them next turn. Let's go ahead and do that. And take Medea. Or Media, whichever you want to call it. Alright, so here's a big battle. We've got a lot of us versus a few of them. There's 13 units. We can watch it if we want. We can just view a report also. If we do that. We killed a few of them. Most of them ran away. We have won the battle. And it's now my town. Now we're going to go fight some Iranian independents. We got 61 versus their 29. Same thing. We can watch it. I'll show this again so you can see what's going on here. Range phase, and everyone goes in there. So basically what's happening is we roll the dice. We take the highest number. And we add in our bonuses. Factoring in our leader's command. And whatever has the higher number gets the points, essentially. So it just sort of runs back and forth that way. With everyone fires right in front of each other. And so far, good numbers for us. Bad numbers for us. And I think that factors in, like that's your damage or something. I'm not sure exactly how it factors in. But you can see, better numbers be better. There we go, we won the battle. Okay. So, took out those independents. And now that is my place. Uxia belongs to me. We're not actually at war with Elam. We just say we want that place. We're not at war with them, though. Okay, first place there. We're up to 8th place. We've got 39 legacy points. Now we captured something. I guess capturing that... we suffered severely from lack of supplies in Medea. Our soldiers are starving. Yeah, I probably should have attacked them last turn. They should be good now, though, because, well, it's ours. So all kinds of things are going on over here. Let's see. Uxia saw an invasion by Elam. Oh, you invaded me in that... Oh, I think we may have attacked the same turn. Everything sort of happens at the same time. There is no... when you send your orders out, it all sort of goes on at the same time. We have another orders to go take that one. Okay. New decision to motivate some troops, right? Yeah, can we motivate these guys? Yeah, motivate you guys. And then we've got, we've taken that one. Medea's been conquered. And the treasury has been plundered, although not everything was there. Got 184 gold out of that. So I guess our next goal with an army there is to go take that. Just keep on marching them into there. We can, there's a diplomacy thing where we can chat with them at some point. There it is. And we can try to say, I'm not really sure how to do it. I don't want a peace. I'm curious. we say peace, is there options to like change that around? Yeah, I want to absorb the nation. Impossible. I'm just gonna humiliate you. No. What if I just give you some money? Well, it's not that bad. So we give them some cash, we could actually take this place. So we gotta demoralize them a little more. Anyway, this is a good place to call it today. So this is Field of Glory Empires. This is the new Persia DLC. I'll have links below to the thing, and you can check it all out. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.